For today's video, we're going to be taking our very first look at the brand new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 uniform for Mantis. And this one is actually transforming her into a PvP support character. It's not as good as like Valkyrie or Shuri because it only gives you damage reduction, but it applies to all allies, villains, and heroes. So this is really good. And I could see some use for Mantis in the Otherworld arena if they actually create a ban list to eliminate a lot of the tier 4 characters, because she actually has a lot of iframes on her skills, which would be really cool for Otherworld arena where you don't have any control over your characters. However, she doesn't have iframe ignore. In addition to her tier 2 passive making her a good support though, as you can see right here on her third skill, she actually applies debuff removal to all allies in addition to some critical rate and some dodge. Now the critical rate and the dodge, you can argue the usefulness of that because majority of people are going to have crafted cards, so they'll probably have their crit rate and their dodge maxed out. But debuff removal, even though it's only 1 second every 8 seconds, is still really good because that could turn the tide in a fight. You could get stun locked or time frozen or paralyzed or what have you, and just getting that debuff off you for 1 second is enough for you to jump into an iframe and kill an enemy. So Otherworld arena, Alliance Conquest, or whatever other PvP game mode allows her to be used with multiple other characters on the field, this skill could actually be very useful. The only thing I don't like about this skill is the fact that if you instantly cancel it, you don't get any damage from it. So it's really cool when you do get to let it play out and you see the pulsating damage right there. It's really cool. But if you just instantly cancel it, that's what happens. You get the buffs, which is cool, but you don't get the damage. And the reason why I say that's really annoying is because of the fact that her 6, you can instantly cancel, you can get Nebula to pop out, and she's going to continue the awaken skill with or without Mantis. Now you do lose a couple hits because if you let Mantis play out in the skill fully, you see she's jumping around, she's not really doing much. However, at the very end, she fires, I guess you could say, a Kamehameha wave at the enemy at the end there, so that part of the skill not being there does cost you a little bit of damage. Now on her 5th skill, you can instantly cancel and you have Drax coming out. And if you have the 5 and 6 hitting at the same time, it kind of looks really cool to see Nebula and Drax attacking the enemy for you. So she has a really cool kit with lots of hits and it does good damage. It's just unfortunate that most people are going to skip over her. Alright, let's see how she performs in some actual content so you guys get an idea of what her damage looks like. We're going to start off with the 3, wait a couple seconds. Well, not even like a couple seconds, just 1 second is enough. I just wish you could instantly cancel it, but it is what it is. Just use the 3rd skill there to skip the cage. You'll love to see it. Lots of iframe in her kit. Like literally, I think 4 out of 5 skills have an iframe on her, if I'm not mistaken. It's at least 3. Obviously not full iframes, but still iframes are very useful. Right, there's an iframe on the 2. Oop, come on. And there's an iframe on the 5. There's not one on the 4. I could see where not having an iframe on the 4 might be problematic because you're in the face of the enemy and stuff could hit you, like right there with the tentacle hitting me and guard breaking me, costing me some damage. And then we got knocked back there. I think they did a good job with her in terms of like her skills, how they play out and whatnot. I was very curious to see because I haven't seen any of the trailer or trailers. I'm getting guard broken. Come on, there we go. Definitely could have been a little bit faster there if I didn't get guard broken. Her movement speed is actually pretty cool and also pretty good, I should say. And the thing around her looks pretty cool. That's what I meant to say. She's a fun character. I know at this point a lot of y'all not building characters and buying uniforms for fun. You're buying uniforms for power, and I can't really blame you. And truthfully speaking, if they had eliminated, not necessarily eliminated, if they had made Otherworld battle more restrictive, you know, like I suggested before the update, if they had made it so that you can only use each character once per day, you know, then characters like Mantis would get a little bit more shine because, well, she's actually not necessarily terrible. All these residual hits, all of the AoE, the debuff removal, the damage reduction. You're realistically never gonna get to use stuff like this if they don't do something to eliminate tier 4s or like restrict tier 4s, like, because she's only an awakened character. Like, it's only so far she can go and so much she can do. I don't think these guys are thinking about the game long term, like realistically. Characters like Mantis, who are just now getting awakening, and you have tier 4s, and within a year or so we'll probably get tier 5 whatever the hell that is. But my point is, if you just keep adding new levels of power and hold on, oof, and don't restrict the usage of those higher tier characters, the lower tier characters are never gonna see the light of day, bro. Like, come on, man. She's actually pretty tanky because we have Ebony Maw in here and her own damage reduction. Okay. Hopefully they weren't just BSing us when they said they're gonna rework older game modes to make them more fun, because that was in the patch notes, but sorry, not patch note, the dev note. So hopefully that's coming, because Otherworld Arena, it's cool for the swords and whatnot, but I'm kind of sad I can't use characters like Mantis because she'll just get one tap by a Thanos or a Jean Grey, bro. Okay, let's see how this goes. Stage 34 against Mephisto. I think this is as high as she's gonna go without a CTP. Come on. Nice. I like the fact that she tracked him with the forward skill there. I thought she would just basically cancel the skill. Come on. Break him. I was hoping. I was hoping. But like I always tell you guys, hope is not a strategy. Okay. I'm going to try and hold on to the awaken skill. Okay. Alright. Holding on to it was the wise idea, because at least now we have it ready. And then we can pop it on them. Boom. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, but when am I not? Like, realistically, just telling you guys how I feel, and then if you guys agree, you agree. If you disagree, you disagree. It is what it is. Whoa, what the? Bro, where's it? Bro, yo, what the hell? Man just slapped this man so hard he forgot where he was, bro. Like, he's like, wait a second. Am I supposed to be on Earth? Am I supposed to be, like, where am I supposed to be, bro? Anyways, unless Star-Lord becomes meta for ABL, truthfully speaking, your crystals for part 1 of the Guardians of the Galaxy update might be better spent on the bingo. Now, that's assuming you have enough crystals to complete the bingo, because you don't want to start something you can't finish. But there's only a couple of days left, so like at this, well, as of this drop, you're only gonna have like a day or so left, so it's probably not a wise idea, especially if you're trying to like complete the whole thing. But Mantis is good. She's strong, well, strong for where she is, and she's easy enough to play, especially with the addition of the baby rage. Right, she's not like the worst character in the game or nothing. She's not dying on me, and because they added the baby rage to the game, it makes it so that even though I think she would still be a proc friendly character, you would just sacrifice a little bit of damage to do it, right? You would just cancel the third skill instantly instead of delaying it, and we've done that for plenty of characters up until now, right? So it's not really like a big thing against her to not have 3 skills that you can instantly cancel or whatever. So yeah, it's not really a big slight against her, but if they don't do something to the other game modes to make characters like her actually have value, then I don't see the point in like, well, I see the point in transcending them and giving them a uniform, because even if the majority of your players are never going to use them, there's still going to be those super fans that, like me or whatever, that buy every uniform just to test it out and just to have a little bit of fun with those uniforms, right? So I get that. It's just unfortunate that they can't really be used in the majority of game modes, even though there's the potential for them to be used there if they just did a little bit more tweaks to those game modes. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Leave me your thoughts in the comments on Mantis. I think the uniform is good. It's relatively easy to use. It's proc friendly if you want it to be proc friendly. The character has some long-term value because she offers damage reduction, but truthfully speaking, you can live without her.